This video, getting all achievements in Guitar Hero 1, is inspired by YouTuber Jack doing this in some Guitar Hero games, as well as in other Xbox 360 titles. I would not have had the idea to do this in Guitar Hero 1 if it wasn't for me stumbling across his videos. Since Guitar Hero 1 only released on PlayStation 2, which does not have achievements, unlike newer consoles, I am using the list on retroachievements.org and an emulator that has integration with the aforementioned website. I have hardcore mode enabled in the emulator settings, which disables save states, cheats, and slowdowns. This is to add more legitimacy to the achievements, and because the website distinguishes between people who have hardcore mode enabled and those who don't. Since this is the first proper Guitar Hero video on my channel, I feel like I should explain how this game works. I'll get to why Guitar Hero 1 is more difficult than other Guitar Hero and Rock Band games at the end of the video as an appendix, since there is a lot of information about this. First of all, there is a highway in the middle, coloured notes move down it, I need to press the corresponding fret button, and once the notes reach the bottom strike line, I need to move the strum bar up or down. If I hit a note, the score will increase and the crowd's opinion on how well I am playing increases, displayed by the rock meter on the right side. If I hit 10 notes in a row, the score multiplier will increase to a maximum of a times 4 multiplier. However, if I miss a note or strum unnecessarily, this multiplier will reset and the crowd will think I am playing badly. Miss too many notes in a row, I will fail out of the song. Occasionally, a series of notes will have a blue outline. If I hit all the notes in this star power phrase, I will gain star power. If a sustain or long note is in a star power phrase, and I use the whammy bar on the guitar, I get even more star power from that note. Hit 2 star power phrases, the star power meter is half full, and I can activate star power, which doubles my current score multiplier and increases the rate to which the crowd's opinion of how I'm playing increases if I hit notes. The first achievements to get out of the way are achievements obtained on easy difficulty. I get an achievement for every 5 songs in the main career set list that I pass. The last achievement for this difficulty is to have 5 stars on all of those 25 songs. At the end of each song, the game rates my performance between 3 and 5 stars based on my score. To get 5 stars on each song in the Guitar Hero 1, I need to average a score multiplier greater than times 3. This really wasn't an issue for me. I normally play on expert difficulty in easier Guitar Hero games, though I am no stranger to reducing the difficulty to medium or hard. Gameplay on this difficulty isn't that interesting. I only need to worry about 3 fret buttons, and the number of notes is greatly reduced. What did happen though, is I accidentally got the highest score on retroachievements.org leaderboards for the Megadeth song Symphony of Disruption on easy difficulty. Admittedly, that's out of 279 players who played this specific song on this specific difficulty on this specific emulator signed into this specific website with hardcore mode enabled in settings. This is the only thing of note that happened with me playing on this difficulty, but here's the run in full. Top of the leaderboards of this song on this difficulty. The achievements for medium difficulty work the same as they work on easy difficulty. Achievement for every 5 songs you pass, and if you have a 5-star rating on all of them at the end, you get another achievement. I'd like to think that in any other Guitar Hero game, I'd be able to easily get 5 stars on this difficulty, but I was concerned about quite a few songs. These were No One Knows, Texas Flood, and Cowboys from Hell. These songs took me the longest to 5-star on this difficulty when I first played Guitar Hero 1, and if you are familiar with this game's setlist, 2 of those songs are intended to be in the top 5 most difficult in the game, and I'm sure that these names and more will show up later in the video when I play through this game on harder difficulties. In the case of No One Knows, you are now seeing the only attempt I had to do on this difficulty, because I 5-starred this song first try. I was annoyed about this because there goes the narrative I was hoping to have about how difficult I find this song. I actually checked after this that it was this song on medium difficulty that I struggled with, and I wasn't just misremembering. But no, I just got better at this game after a year since the last time I tried playing this song on this difficulty. Texas Flood, meanwhile, took a lot of pain. This is mostly because this song uses a lot of hopos, a specific note type. I will explain later in the video the specifics, but what you need to know is that in Guitar Hero 1, these are really difficult to hit if you try to treat them like hopos. If you try strumming them normally, it is way easier to do this. But I was being stubborn at first and mostly tried to hit these as hopos. But after a while, I asked my friends if I should do it the easy way by strumming, or the hard way. This time, my friends decided to spare my sanity, and I'm happy about that because I needed to release this video in a reasonable amount of time. With this new strategy in place, the next day I was able to 5-star this song first try. The remaining songs on this difficulty were easy to get through, and once I beat the last song in the main set list, Bark at the Moon, I was officially done with medium difficulty. Achievements on this difficulty work the exact same as previously, and this is where I start to get stuck on a lot of songs. No One Knows struggled with me for a bit, requiring multiple attempts to get a high enough score. I also struggled with Ace of Spades, Texas Flood, Frankenstein, Bark at the Moon, and I couldn't even get 4 stars on Cowboys from Hell. Trust me, I spent a lot of time replaying these songs, practicing whenever I could. I don't have any footage recorded in the subsequent months because I didn't get anywhere. And actually, editing Alex here, I don't have any footage of me playing on hard difficulty at all because I was very dumb and deleted it all. So what you're seeing now are re-recorded parts. So I decided to throw in the towel on the hard rhythm rocker achievement for obtaining 5 stars on each song in this difficulty. I don't like giving up, but there comes a point where I need to move on for the purposes of ensuring that this video gets finished in a reasonable time frame. So here is the final setlist scroll for hard difficulty. Out of 30 main songs, 25 ended up 5-starred, 4 were not close enough, and Cowboys from Hell, my eternal nemesis for this game, besting me once more. It's not all bad news though, because I knew that on expert difficulty, achievements finally got a shake-up. This is the big one. As well as where most of the achievements are obtained in this game, if you've been keeping track, you'd know that I have 19 achievements, and if out of interest you looked at the retro achievements list, you'd see that there are 79 achievements in total. This is because on this difficulty, there are 6 achievements given for beating all 30 songs in the main set list, but an achievement for each song you obtain 5 stars. That includes both the main and bonus set lists. This is another 53 achievements alone. I chose to up the game's difficulty because with a lot less effort, I could theoretically get a lot more achievements than if I kept grinding the 5 most difficult songs on hard. Of the opening songs, I Love Rock and Roll was by far the easiest and took no effort for me to get 5 stars on my first attempt. I Wanna Be Sedated was the first song I was worried about on expert because the mix of fast strumming and fret changes in the chorus was something that often tripped me up. So much so that on my first few attempts of this song, I only managed to get 4 stars. The next song, Thunder Kiss 65, took only 1 attempt, despite a worryingly poor performance during the solo. Smoke on the Water was essentially the same, Infected, the last of the game's opening songs, was also easy for me, leading to me getting the achievement for getting 5 stars on this song and for beating the first 5 songs in this game. The next 3 songs in this game, Iron Man, More Than a Feeling, and You Got Another Thing Coming, were also easy to 5-star. Even though I'm playing on expert difficulty, the songs in the early game tend to be easier regardless. But then the Franz Ferdinand song, Take Me Out, requires 2 attempts for me. Once that was done, Sharp Dressed Man was easy once I got used to the main riff, which initially caused a lot of combo breaks. The 4 subsequent songs in the game's third tier were no issue for me, but my oh my Symphony of Destruction took too many attempts. This song's solo is difficult on any engine, but the massive notes, particularly Hopo's and GH1's engine, meant that I needed 3 attempts to get 5 stars, for which my strategy was to maintain as high of a combo outside of the solo to make the most out of the easiest parts of the song where I can rack up as high of a score as possible. The song Ziggy Stardust should not have taken 2 attempts for me, but this song is also heavy on hopos, and on my first attempt it caused me to break combo a lot, both during and outside the solos. The next song that troubled me was Take It Off by the Donners, due to the solo including an extended period of fast descending triplets, despite it being an easy song overall. Then, with 2 tiers left of the game's main set list, I decided to play each of the remaining songs once, then move on regardless of the score I could obtain, because I knew that with the 10 harder songs in this game, there was no guarantee I could 5-star any of them. After 5 stars in Spanish Castle Magic, Higher Ground was the first song I couldn't even get 4 stars on. Then, No One Knows, my first enemy in this game, graced me with 4 stars. I might revisit this song one day targeting 5, so that I can safely say that I have conquered this song on all difficulties. Ace of Spades was a surprise to be able to 4-star, and Crossroads was another difficult song to retain a decent combo, but still resulted in a surprise 4 stars. The last 5 songs in the main set list gave me 1 4-star, and the subsequent 4 songs, each with 3 stars, once I was able to pass Cowboys from Hell and Bark at the Moon, since both of them had incredibly tricky sections. And now, a quick rundown of how the bonus set list went for my achievement hunting. The bonus set list of songs can be accessed by purchasing them using the in-game cash granted by playing the main set list on medium difficulty or higher. I didn't talk about it much earlier in this video because it isn't necessary for achievements on lower difficulties. 9 extra songs 5 stars means 9 extra achievements. 4 of the remaining songs were 4-starred, other 4 were 3-stars. For completeness, I did not play Triplet or Graveyard Shift because those are not normally accessible on the vanilla ISO, and it wasn't necessary for the achievements. The last 6 achievements I haven't discussed yet are related to the shop. I unlocked Song Collector when buying all the bonus songs just now, and the rest of these I unlocked by purchasing both of the unlockable characters, the Grim Ripper and Izzy Sparks, all of the guitars and their skins, and finally the behind the scenes videos. And that leaves me with 61 out of 79 achievements. My final total for this video. I'm pretty happy with that. Only 18 achievements I couldn't get. As for why Guitar Hero 1 is more difficult than what other similar games, the best way to find out how difficult this game's engine is to just play this game. Especially if you're used to Clone Hero or Guitar Hero 3. But if you don't want to do that, get ready. The game has the tightest hit window of all Guitar Hero and Rock Band games, reducing the leniency available for me to hit notes. When there are a lot of notes close together, this hit window reduces in size even more. This is commonly referred to as a dynamic hit window. There is a type of note called hammer-on pull-offs, or hopos for short. These work differently in Guitar Hero 1 specifically. Normally, I don't need to strum these notes if I hit the previous note, I just need to press the fret button. But in Guitar Hero 1, if I'm hitting a note further to the right of the highway, I need to keep holding the previous fret button and then press the next fret. If I'm hitting a note to the left of the previous note, I need to hold both fret buttons and release the note to the right. Hopos also have an even tighter hit window than strum notes in Guitar Hero 1. This game is a rhythm game, so you need to be accurate. It becomes difficult to do that when there are no calibration settings to delay when the game plays audio or shows video. This game released in 2005 and was designed for CRT TVs. CRTs have much lower latency than many modern displays, so calibration settings weren't needed at the time. On the higher difficulty settings, there are a lot of notes that are bunched together and become more difficult to read. As a result, many players prefer to increase the speed which the notes move down the highway to make it clear the speed of the note, not the speed of the song. While this means players have less time to react, the distance between notes increases, which actually makes it easier to read which order the notes are in. This is called hyperspeed in Guitar Hero games, breakneck or super speed in Rock Band games, and Guitar Hero 1 doesn't have this option. These combined make this the most difficult Guitar Hero / Rock Band game in terms of the engine, not in terms of the set list. I explained all of this because there may be people that have played these sorts of games before, but not Guitar Hero 1 specifically. And that's the end of the video. I don't normally ask people to like and subscribe anymore because it feels really forced and I don't like it. But this video took me half a year to make. And I'd really, really appreciate it for this video specifically if you did. Thanks for watching.